Hello Miners, welcome back. I got absolutely fucking destroyed by a Orzhov Scam deck last week when I was playing Winota, so I thought to myself, fuck it, let's put myself through this hell and have you guys join me. So I am playing Orzhov Scam Blade this week. There's not really a lot to say about this deck. It is your scam package mixed into a Stone Blade deck. Straight Orzhov, not playing any blue. Basically, just try to scam your opponent out of the game, control the board until you can slam a threat and kill them as quickly as you can. It's pretty well tuned, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, some cool new additions in Pest Control and Shoot the Sheriff. I will be honest, I do not know what outlaws are. I know Mercenary and Rogar, and I don't know what the fuck else is an outlaw. So we're going to have some fun figuring out what I can and cannot target with Shoot the Sheriff during this league. But this looks like it is going to be an absolute fucking nightmare for our opponents to play against, and an absolute fucking nightmare for me to play. So, yeah, come watch me bash my head in for 5 rounds and take this abomination of a deck through a league, and I will, get you all on the wrap-up. Alright, YouTube, I'm counting on you to keep track of how many times I completely fucking forget that I have access to Orion today, so make sure you yell at me in the comments on this one. Yeah, this one's gonna hurt my brain and my soul today. Let's go. I sold my soul to the devil to play Scam. I mean, we're gonna keep this. Depending on what happens here, we can either Solitude Reanimate it or do the Grief Scam thing. Badlands, Faithless Looting, okay. So, this is looking like Reanimator, which I'm thinking means we're probably going to need to do the Solitude thing. But we'll see. Gristledad in the yard. Ooh, opponent is unmasking me. That is unfortunate. Okay, well hopefully they don't have it and they're just setting up for next turn. If they don't do anything, I'm probably going to Grief and then Wasteland them. We'll see if they have the mana to be able to actually go off this turn. Okay, they take the Reanimate. Interesting. So they're worried about us scamming them. Another Wasteland. Well, let's start out... Alright, let's think about this for a second. So, Gerard's Verdict is our pitch to Solitude. But Orcish Bowmasters is really good against Gristlebrand. But they clearly cared about us being able to, like, double scam. So I'm interested to see what they have over there. As much as I don't want to, I think we're getting rid of Bowmasters to see what the hell's going on over there. Reanimate and Exhume. So we take the Reanimates, and then we take them off of a land. And then we actually have their next land covered too, which they don't know about. And then we just hope that we can get there somehow. And we just, like, forever hold up this Solitude. Ooh, I like Ephemerate, but we need mana. And now we just hope that they never hit the required mana to do anything, because traditional Reanimator is very land light. And we just hope that we can build our mana as we go. And we've still got the Solitude to be able to hold up and do things with. They don't know about Ephemerate. Alright, that is fucking perfect. There's also something to be said about if they still don't hit a land or anything, I might just Gerard's Verdict them just to clear out some of their hand, because we can always just pitch Solitude, or pitch Ephemerate to Solitude if we need to. Alright, still nothing yet. The only problem with Gerard's Verdict is it gets stuff in the graveyard that they want, they get to choose. Okay, into a Bowmasters, that is fucking great. Alright, up, they hit a land. Alright, just passing the turn. We are 100% flashing in Bowmasters, because this is going to punish them trying to get back Gristlebrand. And this presents a clock now. So we are definitely doing this. Shoot the Sheriff, okay. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember off the top of my head what the hell counts as an outlaw, so we're going to have some fun figuring that shit out. I know it's like Mercenary, Rogue, I don't fucking know what else. I wish I had the reminder text to show you what an outlaw is. This deck definitely does have quite a few of the new outlaw cards. Well, Shoot the Sheriff is an interesting little card to use, so. Alright, opponent's Entombing, which is fine. Going for a Traxa, interesting. I don't think Phyrexian or Angel are considered outlaws. The funny part is like, I've got Reanimates in my deck too, so like, they always run the risk of, oh shit, I can steal their shit out of the graveyard. Which I wouldn't mind hitting a Reanimate here now. Batter Skull, okay. Unfortunately, Atraxa is going to be able to refuel their hand pretty quickly, but we're going to be able to Solitude it in response if we want to. And an Exhume does get us a Grief as well. Opponent is going to Thoughtseize. We're going to go ahead and do this now, just to get it onto the battlefield. So that if we hit another Ephemerate, we can always get it back. Or it incentivizes them not to use Exhume. Yeah, this incentivizes them to not use Exhume. Because then we get to get our Solitude back. And then they can choose between Ephemerate or Shoot the Sheriff, I guess. We'll see what they choose. I probably should just let them Thoughtseize there, now that I think about it. I was thinking I was going to Ephemerate the Solitude, but I don't know. I told you, this deck is going to hurt my fucking brain. There's no, like, oops, I win button in this deck. They did take the Ephemerate. Okay. Ooh, I like Samwise. It does double our clock, which is nice. We're also getting to the point where Reanimate's going to be shut off here shortly. Like I said, the thing about getting Solitude into the yard, too, is it disincentivizes them from using Entomb. Alright, well, we're doing this. We're getting our clock in. They're going to take our Shoot the Sheriff. Hopefully that means they don't have a Reanimate. There's nothing to grab back with it. I'm hoping this... we'll just put it on Samwise. It's our biggest attacker here. Wait, they take our Shoot the Sheriff. They got rid of the Exhume. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't mean they have Reanimate or Animate dead or something. They're going down. If they have Reanimate, then they're just dead. Yeah. Or is this Animate dead? Animate dead? Okay. So we've got a couple of outs to this, but this is going to refuel their hand, which sucks. Atraxa, Archon, Reanimate, Polluted Delta, Grief, Swamp, Grief, Entomb, Lotus Petal, Grief, Grief. Alright, so depending on what they do here, they could Grief Reanimate something to try to fuel more of their hand if they get greedy. If they don't realize the way that the Ring Bearer works, if they Reanimate a 7-drop, they're just dead. There's Lotus Petal. Chooses Grief, Lotus Petal. Alright, so they aren't getting greedy yet. Vindicate's interesting. So wait, what did they take? They took Grief, Lotus Petal, Reanimate, Swamp, and Tomb. Swamp, Grief, Delta. So this is what they have, right? Grief, Lotus Petal, Reanimate, Swamp, and Tomb. And they played the Lotus Petal. Okay. I mean, we're gonna go for the stop. Oh, I don't have the mana for this. Oh. Never mind. I thought I had the mana. Okay, I do not. I guess we'll give it one more. We're not dead. Well, no. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Because they can Tomb and Archon. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the next one. We're pretty much dead here. That was unfortunate. I just never got onto more lands and they were able to get out of it. But we have a lot of shit for sideboard that is just gonna wreck their day. That being said, being in a Yorion deck, it's a lot harder to get to it. GT is not going to be relevant. Pest controls aren't going to be relevant. I'm debating if I want to bring the Lorns in to be able to blow up Animate Deads and shit. Which I might. I might bring those in. Sash seems really good here. Batterskull's probably not super relevant. I want Exile-based removal, so I can probably take off Shoot the Sheriff. Let's do one Lauren. Try something like that. Alright, what do we start out with? Show off Yorion. We have a Solitude, but it doesn't really do anything. I think we're gonna mulligan this. Leyline, Grief, and Lurin? I think we keep this, put the redundant Grief to the bottom, probably. Because I'm gonna land Grief, pitching Gerard's Verdict, probably Surveil land. We're going to keep this, put the redundant Grief to the bottom, because I want to keep the Timeless Dragon to be able to find lands. Alright, hopefully this takes whatever they kept for Graveyard Hate. Entomb, Thoughtseize, Voidwalker, him. Well, we take the Voidwalker. I'm assuming they're going to Thoughtseize away our Lauren, but I could be wrong. There's the Catacombs. So they just kept a, like, fuck your hand. That's fine. Like I said, I'm assuming they take the Lauren because they theoretically could reanimate it to blow up my Leyline. No, takes the Timeless Dragon, okay. They want to try to keep me off of lands, got it. Well, let's get a little selection going on here. Go grab a Shadowy Backstreet. See what we hit. Just hope that we hit our land. No, we do not want another Leyline. Alright, Ephemerate is interesting, but doesn't do anything right now. Either that or they just figure they're gonna Thoughtseize the Lauren next turn anyways. Or they're just gonna hit me and my whole hand is gone now. Yep, okay. The nice part is they don't really have anything going on there yet, so... But we don't either. And they currently have more resources than we do. They also have the ability to reanimate our shit. Okay. Well, we're just going to try to work our way up the ladder, try to eternalize this Timeless Dragon. I just hope that we can hit our lands before our opponent finds anything relevant reanimation-wise. They're just going to keep hitting lands, apparently. Okay, I mean, that's a clock. Unfortunately, whatever we grab is going to get Thoughtseize, so there's not really a point in actually getting anything here. We're not going to bother grabbing anything. Like, whatever we would have grabbed would have gotten Thoughtseized anyway, so there's not really a point. We're better off just trying to see if we naturally draw something. Well, we're just going to make them start discarding stuff. Like, this is our game plan at this point. I'm assuming they get rid of Entomb Thoughtseize here. Like, get rid of the two cards that we know about. Alright, Entomb and Dark Ritual. Okay. So they got a Thoughtseize and an Unknown. Lotus Petal, still one Unknown. So they're in hard-cast Grief territory now. I'd love, like, a... Okay, well, we're on the little Stoneforge that could, and we're gonna see what happens here. I wouldn't mind them Thoughtseizing this fucking ley line. See if it's worth the 2 life. Because that's the best I can hope for it at this point. Another land. Okay, that's the best we can hope for at that point. Go ahead, Thoughtseize our useless ley line. And they're down to 1 card. I took 2 turns off of our clock. Like, a Voidwalker would be great. Okay, I mean, that's more selection, and it's lands. Because we're getting to the point where we want to just eternalize this Timeless Dragon if we can. Because that'll be an actual clock, and it gets a creature out of the graveyard for them to reanimate. Alright, opponent's just sitting in the deck now. And hopefully we'll get a Shadowy Backstreet, and hopefully that helps us select to find another land or reanimate or something. Alright, nothing yet. Alright, Shadowy Backstreet we go. Get some more selection again. We will take a land, that's totally fine. Because this allows us to eternalize Timeless Dragon now. And that gets something out of the graveyard. What are they doing? They have an instant speed. Okay, so that's actually fine. Because that means they can't get it to blow up our ley line now. However, it does mean we're drawing blind again. Alright, well, now we're drawing blind. Okay, I like Bowmasters. We will hold on to that. Okay, they have a Bowmaster of their own. Gonna ping that. Well, we're gonna answer your Bowmaster with our own Bowmaster. You are gonna get to kill this, but we're gonna kill your Bowmaster. And now they have to decide if they want to trade their whole board for the Stoneforge Mystic. Are they willing to lose their Orc army? No. Okay. And now we're both in top deck mode, and I think we are in a much better position. However, if they hit a reanimation spell on this Timeless Dragon, we have issues. I need to hit a land so that I can get Timeless Dragon the fuck out of my graveyard. Alright, not attacking. Alright, so I want to land more than... Okay, Caracas is great. We're going to get in, we're going to offer the trade here, and then we're going to eternalize Timeless Dragon, and that makes both of the graveyards virtually empty for all intents and purposes. Like, they can get my Grief back, but a Grief with an empty hand is completely irrelevant. And now we have a real clock going, too. Alright, we got there. So they seem to value Lauren for some reason, so I'm kind of tempted to bring another one in. That being said, I kind of just want to run it back. Now that we know that they have more stuff, I think I might bring Shoot the Sheriff back in, take out a Gerard's Verdict, and let's try that. Alright, I have not forgotten about Yorion yet. Double Wasteland, Troll, Solitude. They're beginning with 7. The question is, do they have a super fast hand? I think against my better judgment, I'm going to keep this. I think they would assume that we have a Leyline hand, and they wanted hate for that. But maybe we're just going to pay the price. Okay, Thoughtseize, that's fine. I'm assuming they take the Dauthi Voidwalker. Either that or they take the Solitude. They took the Voidwalker, okay. Vindicate is interesting. I think I want to preferentially just start getting lands here. That gives me something else to be able to pitch to the Solitude. Because I want to be able to build up my mana to the point where I can actually do things. Because if I do ever draw a Leyline, I do have the ability to cast it. Opponent is griefing. We're just gonna Swamp Cycle here, that's fine. Let's grab a Scrubland, and then we are gonna go ahead and just Solitude this grief. Because we don't want to risk them being able to get it back. Let's try to keep creatures out of our graveyard. Their only target is now Vindicate. So they take Vindicate. They can't get the grief back. They could get our Troll or our Solitude back. But that's like the least of our problems at this point. We have like a bajillion ways to get this shit back. Yeah, we have like a bajillion ways to deal with a Troll. I'm not super concerned about that yet. We don't need another land. We do need to find an answer pretty quickly, though, is the one problem. That being said, we're going to have our 3 lands. We're going to be able to do things here. A Reanimate on a Solitude gets rid of it as well. Alright, they were going to do something there, and then they decided against it. Lotus Petal, okay. Alright, I got a bajillion answers to this Troll. Let's find one of them. I mean, that is a Leyline in the Void. Unfortunately, I can only take 2 more Troll hits and I'm dead. Because like, I can play a Leyline, and it stops them from being able to do stuff. But I still need a way to kill this Troll. And they got a Voidwalker now. Unfortunately, this is one of those things where, like, they were able to utilize my graveyard, play draw. Alright, I got 1 turn to pull this out of my ass, and even then, like, I need a way to deal with this Voidwalker as well. I don't think I can, though. I don't think there's any one card that gets me out of this, because this is going to put me to 2, and then I still can't block the Voidwalker. I think they got this one, unfortunately. Flooded out. Womp. Oh, that was super close. Good game, opponent. Good game. Womp. Alright, round 2 on the die roll. Or won the die roll on the play. Let's go. Against Screws. Hello, Screws. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep this. This is a turn 2 Reanimate Troll. So we got our first 3 land drops lined up, because this Troll's gonna be another one. Alright, Urza Saga. Is this gonna be Artifact Stompy? Is this Storm? I feel like this is Storm. Does our opponent have the turn 1? Okay, no, it's Artifact Stompy with Emery, okay. All they hit was a Mox Opal off of that, that's good. Luckily, they don't really have a good way to deal with a Resolved Troll. And I don't need to worry about Wasteland, probably. I wouldn't mind hitting my own Wasteland to be able to kill this Urza Saga. Let's grab a Scrubland. Swamp Cycle the Troll. I think we're going to go ahead and grab a Shadowy Backstreet here. Because we don't have to worry about days. See if we get anything better off of the Shadowy Backstreet. A Thoughtseize. I don't think we're going to do anything with that this turn. We just gotta hope that their cards aren't Force Blue card, and that's all that's left in hand. Okay, they don't. We're on. However, depending on what they have, their constructs are going to be significantly bigger than our Troll. But we also have this like Super Menace shit going on. Hopefully they don't have the Soul Land to go with it. They're getting back a Petal, okay. Hopefully we hit an untapped land, we can Lion Sash, and then we can start eating whatever they target with Emery. Oh, it's Painter. Okay. Well, we have a way to deal with Painter. That's fine. Everything is blue now. So the hope is that, again, it's not Force of Will and then whatever the hell else is in their hand now. The problem is if they hit a land... Actually, they don't even need to hit a land. They just need to hit Emery. So we have to hope that they don't have a Force of Will in hand. Because we really don't have anything else to do here. Because even if we Gerard's Verdict them, it's not going to do anything. Unfortunately, we gotta just try to kill it now. If they have the Force, they have the Force, and we're just dead. Yeah, they got it. So for those of you who don't know what's going on here, they're going to be able to tap this for mana, go get the Grindstone, get Lotus Petal back for free. That's a 3 mana to activate Grindstone. So, unfortunately, they just had their nut draw. Like, it happens. Well, that's what was going to happen there. They were going to be able to, regardless of what they drew, they had the combo to be able to win and mill us out. So, against this, Lauren in, Voidwalker in, Null Rod in, Discard isn't as important, so we can take those out. I don't think Batterskull is going to be as important here. Pest control is interesting. I don't think GT is going to matter that much. Like, we'll just keep Caldera. We might trim a Stoneforge Mystic since we're taking out 2 of our equipment. Bring this in. Try something like that. Alright, let's go. This is a turn 2 Null Rod and a turn 2 Lion Sash. I think we're going to go ahead and keep this. It's a little weird, but this also gives us the option if we draw... I was thinking this gives us the option if we draw a Grief, we can Grief Reanimate, but we can't. It'd be Solitude Ephemerate or Solitude Reanimate. But we'll see. At least, typically this deck can't figure out how to do like turn 1 wins, so I think we've got the turns set up. Alright, hopefully Shadowy Backstreet shows us something good here. Another Shadowy Backstreet. I think we want to just keep hitting our land drops for now, so that's totally fine. Depending on what they do is going to depend on if we just drop Null Rod or we try to drop Lion Sash. Caracas is also funny against Emery. Alright, Soulguide Lantern's fine. I don't super care about that. Soulguide Lantern into a Grindstone. Okay. 3 cards. Okay. Into Mox Opal. I think we're just going to slam the Null Rod and hope for the best here. Like, it's our best bet to be able to win the game. If they got the Force, they got the Force. It is what it is. But it gets 2 cards out of their hand. Oh, they got Metallic Rebuke? Really? Alright, alright. I guess the question comes is, do they have... Is this just like the nut draw turn 2 for them, I guess, is the question. There's a land. It's very possible. They were doing something for a second there. Into Emery. Okay, well, we can bounce Emery. That's not really a problem. We also can just play fucking Lion Sash to be able to do stuff. Another Null Rod off the top would be great. Like, I'm not super concerned about Emery. It does tax our mana a bit. Bowmaster's is kind of cool. I don't think I need that at the moment. I need to do this now so that they can't target something out of their graveyard. Bowmasters is also nice because it makes drawing with Bobble a lot harder. Alright, so I seem to just be hitting a land. Oh my god. Oh man, opponent just had the fucking nuts. God damn it. Alright, it's the same thing. They got the 3 mana. Okay, well, I mean, at least it was a quick one. If you're gonna die, die fast, right? On to the next one. Alright, here we go. I am 3 for 3 remembering to reveal Yorion so far, so do not yell at me yet, chat. I have not totally fucked this shit up yet. This is almost grief scamming. Being on the draw... Like, I can grief, try to find another land. I can also solitude if I need to. I think I'm gonna keep this. It might be a bit risky, but we're gonna try it. Opponent did not play a land. Color me confused? Well, let's Shadowy Backstreet. Hopefully we can hit a fucking land. Okay. I like the land. Being as I have no idea what the opponent's doing, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Oh, they're on Pox/Karn bullshit, and I don't know why they didn't play a land. I'm very confused why they didn't play a land. We are 100% taking the Smallpox because we cannot come back from not having lands. Alright, let's... Maybe they just accidentally F6 through the turn. I don't know. But we can go ahead and reanimate this Grief now. This will also get the Edict out of their hand one way or another so that we can safely play our Stoneforge to get Cauldron Complete into play. See if there's anything better we need to hit. Double Shouldered Edict is annoying as shit. So what, they can Karn? I think we just take the Karn. I'm more concerned about them being able to do things with that than anything. And if they have to use both of their edicts to get rid of multiple creatures, I guess that's fine. Like, we utilize our graveyard. We're not super concerned about that. Okay, yeah, that gets rid of one edict. We could also Stoneforge Mystic to go get Lion Sash. Okay, I like the lands. That's very good. We're going to see if we can get the other one out, because worst case scenario, we can always grab Lion Sash. and actually put that into play. And if they don't Edict Stoneforge Mystic this turn, then we can go ahead and throw Calder Complete into play. We also have the ability to Vindicate. It's 2 mana, so I'm thinking this is an Edict. Yep, okay. That's why we grabbed a card that we actually can play. And then Shoulder to Edict is gone. So they got a Dark Ritual and 2 Unknowns. Timeless Dragon. I think I do want to Plane Cycle this first to go get a basic Plains. Because this guarantees a land drop, and it lets me play Lion Sash, and it means that I can Eternalize Timeless Dragon next turn. So considering we started out on a super sketchy one-lander, this actually isn't half bad. Our opponent decided to Dark Ritual first, okay. Into a Liliana of the Veil, okay. Each opponent discards a card. What do I care more about? I think I care more about the Vindicate. Because my worry here is Planeswalkers. Into a Bowmasters. Okay. I mean, Bowmasters is whatever. Honestly, we probably just Vindicate the Lily, take our hit on the Bowmaster. Thoughtseize is completely fucking useless. Let's just Vindicate the Lily. And then we'll worry about Eternalizing next turn. This is very interesting that this is going to be 2 value-y attrition-y decks against each other. Okay, Mishra's Factory is interesting. Another Vindicate. I'm just going to get the Timeless Dragon back for now and hope that they don't hit removal. And then we can Vindicate away the Mishra's Factory next turn. We're both kind of in top deck mode. They just don't know that I am. Okay, they can Thoughtseize us. That's fine. I'm sure they take the Vindicate. Yep, takes the Vindicate. Kind of assumed as much. The race is currently tied, unfortunately. Ooh, Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Well, we do this. I think at this point we grab Jite because that will turn the race for us. Yeah, we grab Jite. We just play it to get it out of our hands so they can't discard it. And then we'll pass the turn. Because this will turn the race for us, because then we can just mow down their board with it. We can gain life as needed. Each player sacks a creature, that's fine. Stoneforge Mystic is an easy sack. And now our Jite is going to just completely take over this game. And then, so I'm torn between, do I go put Yorion into hand, or do I go do selection? I think I'm better off putting Yorion in hand for now. So let's grab a Scrubland. Actually remember to put Yorion in hand. Alright. Pass the turn. I like where we're at currently. So we're in pseudo top. I think we're gonna go ahead and kill the Bowmaster. Just save the life while we can. Let's force the action. What do they have in their hand? Alright, it's another Bowmasters, which is fine. So then we just lose 2 life for no reason, which is fine. We can gain it back, no problem. Luckily, this Jite can pretty much clear the board if I need it to, even if they find an Edict for this token. Alright, and they scooped it up. Okay, we got game 1. Against Pox. Trying to think what we even want here. Voidwalker seems decent. Lawrence probably okay, because I'm sure that we saw the Crucible of the Worlds. I'm sure they have, like, Rack and shit. I don't think Pest Control is particularly relevant in this matchup, because most of their stuff is going to be Planeswalkers and lands. Let's try something like that. Alright, so I've got Grief Ephemerate bullshit, so we're going to keep this, and hope that they just don't have a turn 1 Thoughtseize. No turn 1 Thoughtseize. Okay, we are going to triple Thoughtseize, you fool. We are going to do... Ooh. And a Bowmasters. I like that. We're going to go grab a basic just to be fucking safe. Alright, let's see what they got going on here. Smallpox Shoulder's Edict. Oh, this is a fucking massacre. Strip their hand of everything but lands. Oh my god. This is why Grief is fucking stupid and shouldn't exist. Like, we literally just destroyed our opponent's entire game plan. Did they top deck a Pox? Okay, Shoulder's Edict, that's fine. I don't really care about that. Into another basic on top of it. Their Wastelands are not going to find any traction in this game. They have 1 unknown. It could be a Bowmaster. It could be an Edict. But it doesn't look like it. We hit our own Wasteland. Let's get a little selection going here. That was interesting, to say the least. Alright, they do have their own Bowmasters. That's mostly fine. And then they'll probably block with the token. I don't draw extra cards, so they're not going to get any real traction off of this Bowmaster. I like Samwise. Samwise is very good. Urborg, okay. Okay, Leyline of the Void is pretty fine. I don't super care about that. We can just go ahead and wasteland their wasteland to get rid of it for the sake of it. They have one effectively dead card, which I'm fine with. No target for Sam. Just flash him in at the end of turn. Alright, give me something good, deck. Ooh, I like Dothy. Shut down your graveyard as well. Alright, get in with Samwise. See where this goes from here. We are both in top deck mode. Our opponent doesn't know that I am in top deck mode. Okay, Liliana, that's fine. We'll lose Sam to Lily, unless they want to uptick. Each opponent sacks a creature, that's fine. Sam can go bye-bye. We'll kill Lily. Alright, get in with Bowmaster. See what we draw. Oh, Source of Plowshares is interesting. But we are going to go ahead and kill the Lily. Lily's gone. They have 2 cards in hand. We have a Source of Plowshares to try to deal with whatever they try to do. So we can clear the board. Yes, no? Okay, opponent decided against it. So we know 1 card in their hand is virtually useless because it's a redundant Urborg. Opponent is going to Smallpox. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to give them life anyway, so I don't really care. They're probably going to discard this, whatchamacallit. Yeah, they discarded their Urborg. Oh, no, they didn't discard their Urborg. They discarded Thoughtseize. Okay, so we're both in top deck mode now, which is fine. I think our top decks tend to be scarier than theirs. Granted, I need a land to play this. Our opponent apparently has something that doesn't matter here. Alright, that's a land. We can, depending on what our opponent does here, we'll either flash in Solitude or we will go grab... Okay, with the Bowmasters, we're probably just going to get rid of it then. Because I don't want them to have a clock. Like, we'll let them do their thing, see what happens here. Like, I'll take 2, that's fine. I think we're gonna... Ensnaring Bridge is interesting. I brought in Lawrence, though, so I have an answer for that. Yeah, that's totally fine. We are going to go ahead and flash in this Solitude. Well, no, we'll Shadowy Backstreet. Maybe we hit our Lauren. We also have Vindicates. Like, we have multiple answers. Okay, we do not need a Wasteland. That's fine. That's a Samwise. We will wait. Because we can flash in Solitude at instant speed, which is totally fine. Because we can wait for them to attack, flash in Solitude, kill Bowmasters, gain some life back from the Orc army, and kill it. Depending on what they want to do here. Let them attack. Kill the Bowmaster. Block the Orc army, get some life back. Like, we have a bunch of ways out of this. Way to land, okay. So we just need to find our ways out of this. Eternal Dragon is maybe one of them. Let's plane cycle this real quick. Go grab another Shadowy Backstreet, our last one. See if we can see Lauren or Vindicate off of this. Polluted Delta we don't need. Pass the turn. We still have mana up to be able to flash in Samwise if we need to. Okay, Retrofitter Foundry is a little annoying, but not the end of the world. We are going to flash in Samwise here. Who our ring bearer is at this point doesn't actually matter. Can't put anything in our hand. We'll probably make the Solitude our ring bearer so we can do Caracas shenanigans with it. Gerard's Verdict is literally useless here. Like, the worst thing that could happen is they hit, like, a Lily or a Karn or something, and then they just... Okay, they're just gonna make a dude, that's fine. I'm assuming this means they're just gonna try to go wide. Yeah, okay. I should have put Yorion in my hand. Go ahead. Count it, YouTube. I fucking forgot about Yorion. Marsh Flats. Unfortunately, I have no more Shadowy Backstreets to be able to do the thing with. Okay, opponent can Thoughtseize us. That's fine. They take the Yorion, which is whatever. Yep. Like I said, we got a bajillion answers here, but we still have 55 cards to go through. Let's just grab the Scrubland. We'll get the Wastelandable shit out of the way. Speaking of which, alright. Alright, so I think opponent's just gonna try to go wide here. Alright, well, opponent's got something in their hand. We have an Ephemerate. I mean, We're just gonna get our value out of this. Like, get whatever the hell it is in their hand out. Okay, they're just gonna chuck it to Richer Fitter Foundry anyways. It was a land. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, we have an answer for that if we want to. Like, we can blow that up. They're gonna try to just hit us in the air. We can take 1 damage. That's really... we'll kill that one, gain 3 life. Like, we're gaining life in this exchange. Or what is this, a fucking Bowmasters? No, they're popping it out of the way that way. Okay, that's fine. I mean, let's just do some dumb shit, I guess. Take out their 2 flyers. The problem is, like I said, we have a bajillion things to get out of this and get rid of this stupid ensnaring bridge. We just need to find them. But we've gone through all of our selection. We will just go ahead and blink this. There's no reason not to. Get rid of the flyers. Another marsh flats. So our opponent's just going to try to do all this bullshit, which is fine. Like I said, the worst thing that could happen would be them... Alright, well, we're going to save a little bit of life here. Keep doing these blocks. He's going to sacrifice it, make a dude. We'll take 1. We'll take 2 off of the marsh flats. We basically just need to hit Lauren or a Vindicate. They also have ways to draw cards now. Let's just grab a swamp. That's fine. Ugh, Thoughtseize, really? Okay. They can untap, make another dude. We are slowly bleeding out here is the problem. Unfortunately, we have 50 cards left and no way to really select anything is the problem. Again, stem a little bit of the bleeding, only lose 2 instead of 3. I mean, Solitude does something here. It gets rid of another one of their cards and buys us a little bit of time. They also are at the point where they can very easily just start drawing cards if they want to, but they probably won't just for the sake of being able to keep this shit up. Yep, make a dude, that's fine. Let him get in. Kill one of the flyers. Block both of the ground guys. Only take 1. Oh, this is a fucking slog. So they can actually do this for both of them because they can untap, do it again. Like I said, basically we just need either Lauren or Vindicate or something to kill this ensnaring bridge and we can start doing things. Unfortunately, I took out all the Gerard's verdicts, which, in hindsight, I should probably bring them back in. Shoot the sheriff doesn't do anything. Like, I can kill one of their dudes, but they can just sack it to make a 4-4 in response, but then at least it can't attack anymore. Just kill one of them. Like I said, they can sack it to make a 4-4, but then it effectively can't attack anymore. So yeah, they just let it go. They got a Urza Saga, so that's a problem now. Yeah, this one's... I literally just need to hit a way to be able to start attacking in. I have 1 more draw step to do it. Like, all I need to do is blow up this ensnaring bridge. Alright, they're just swinging in for 3. Okay. It's now or never. I need to hit the fucking way to kill the ensnaring bridge to gain some life back, or I'm just dead. Alright, it's this draw step. Nope. Okay. Well, that was a fucking slog and a half, for sure. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring the pest control back in. I don't know why whatchamacallit wasn't on my radar. I think we'll bring the null rods in as well. I don't think Batterskull or Coulter are particularly relevant here. Swords is whatever. We can probably take those out. Lion Sash seems meh. Take one of the verdicts. Try something like that. Alright. Let's pull this one out. Come on. We'll keep this. I like the multiple Bowmasters. Yeah, we're not gonna fucking scam this turn anyways. See what your whole hand is about over there. Pox, Ritual Bowwalkers, or blah 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 blah. We're gonna take the Pox because we have answers for everything else. Like, if they want to ritual out of Bowmasters, we have 2 Bowmasters of our own. Alright, what are they ritualing out here? Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Let's get rid of the pest control. I don't think we need that at the moment. I will admit, that was a hell of a top deck on their part. What are they? They already discarded this. They played a Locked Wayne. Okay. They want to keep their cards. Alright, we are going to bait this Bowmaster out because we have an answer for their Bowmaster. We have a Wasteland of our own. Oops. Wrong card. Let's force the action now. Okay. Like I said, let's force the action now. I'm assuming they're gonna ping our Bowmaster. Oh, you fucked up, homie. Make our Bowmaster even fucking, or our token survive that. And then we will pass the turn, which is fine. And then next turn we go in and try to kill the Lily. Okay, Retrofitter Foundry's fine. They're gonna tick up, which we'll just get rid of our Scrubland. Oh, they want us to sack a creature? Let's sack Bowmaster. Maybe I should have kept that pest control now. Oh well, we'll figure it out. It's fine. Alright, we are going to go ahead and get in at the Lily. Kill the Lily off. We're fine trading off our Bowmaster. We're not particularly worried about that. Player land. I like where we're at currently. Plays another Wasteland, which is fine. We are going to go ahead and plane cycle this. Go grab a basic plane so we have unwastelandable white source. Get an unwastelandable white source. It feels a little weird doing that into a Leyline to the Void, but whatever. They have nothing going on over here. They can produce a fairly steady stream of blockers, but I don't think we want a wasteland here. I don't really care about that. If they want to blow up their lands, that's totally fine. We can actually reanimate the Bowmasters. Nahiri, you're fine. Something caught my dog's attention. Nahiri, hey. You're fine. Yep, they're just gonna start making blockers, which I'm totally okay with. Oh, I should put Yorion in the hand. I'm an idiot. Alright. So they have something in hand. Troll is interesting. Let's go ahead and do that. Get a little selection going on. Grab another Shadowy Backstreet. Play the Backstreet so we know what we're drawing. Grief? Yeah, we can put that on top. That's fine. Just gonna get in. Ooh, he's got a blocker of his own, so we can wipe the board now. Alright, that's fine. I might be jumping the gun a little bit here, but whatever. We're just gonna hope that we dodge a discard spell off the top. Or that they decide not to double wasteland me here. Alright, triple wasteland. Are they just gonna try to strand Yorion in hand is the question. It looks like it. Are they gonna go all the way down to one land just for the sake of stranding Yorion? Possibly. Okay. We're winning this race, so I'm not super concerned about that. Into a grief, because we know we can grief here. Do need to start playing a little quicker. Our clock is a very real thing. They do get a nice stream of blockers here, but they're not going to be able to block this grief. And if we just press, we're good. Let's just do this now. See what the hell's in their hand. Like, I could get in with grief, but we're going to go ahead and just blink it so that we can see what's in their hand. Hopefully it's like a Liliana or some other Planeswalker that I can just kill. Alright, it's another Bowmat. Oh no, they're Activate Retrofit Foundry. Okay, I thought they were just going to go ahead and cast another Bowmaster. This means we 100% take whatever's in their hand now. Oh, they're not attacking with it. Interesting. Smallpox. Okay, so it was uncastable anyways. A Wasteland? Okay, yeah, we're good. We just start getting in now. We press our advantage 100%. Oh, especially with an Ephemerate. Because we can Ephemerate on their upkeep, or their draw step. They're just going to double block the grief. Yeah, that's fine. At this point, I just need to kill them as quickly as possible. Alright, just making to do with Retrofitter Foundry, that's fine. Each opponent sacks a creature, that's fine. We'll sack that dude. You can get in for one, that's fine. We're able to cast literally anything we draw, so I'm not super concerned at this point. I like that. Shuts down your infinite shit. I just gotta fade 2 draw steps from the opponent here. Our opponent didn't do anything there. We're just gonna cast this. We need the body. Because we need to be able to get around an edict. Alright, basically we just need to fade them being able to take care of both creatures. Either one is now lethal. Alright. Gotta stop them from being able to deal with both creatures. So we basically just have to fade a Ensnaring Bridge top deck. And the opponent gives us the GGs. Alright, I like it. On to the next one. Okay, so I forgot to hit record when this match started, so let's go ahead and watch this. I actually remember to reveal Yorion. My thought on this hand was I could troll cycle reanimate it real quick and hope that that gets us there. And then I have my next few land drops lined up. So I went ahead and used that as my game plan. Started out with the marsh flats and then just kind of passed the turn. Didn't know what the opponent was on at this point. Our opponent go ahead and just plays their land into a Lotus Petal. I instantly pinned them on Show and Tell. So my thought is, okay, I'm going to have to keep them off of being able to actually do their thing. So I'm thinking at this point, I need to go as quickly as humanly possible to be able to win. So I'm still sticking with this plan. I go grab a basic because I'm thinking sometimes Show and Tell does play Blood Moon. So let's go get my basics and see what happens here. Go grab my basics so I know I'm not going to be mana screwed later on. I hit a Wasteland. I half think about trying to Wasteland them off of Volcanic Island, but I'm like, no, I need to finish this game as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and do the Reanimate thing, get Spell Pierced. Honestly, didn't know Spell Pierced was in the main deck of these things. So that plan gets shot all to hell. My new plan is, okay, well, let's see if I can Wasteland lock them out of being able to ever actually get enough mana to be able to Show and Tell or Sneak Attack. So my plan is Wasteland their Volcanic, get it back with Samwise, so that I can do it again if they play any more non-basics. However, now they know to fetch basics, so I'm kind of still in this, like, weird scenario. They end up getting mana screwed. I'm like, sweet, cool. I can start playing some lands. I can cycle a Timeless Dragon here. I can go get a Shadowy Bastard for some selection. Like, I have a bunch of things I can do here. So I'm going to try to just pressure them while I still have the ability to. End up getting some selection. I don't need another land at this point. Cycle the Timeless Dragon so I can get another creature. Grab another Shadowy Bastard. I'm not really casting anything at this point. I draw the Caracas. I'm like, sweet. If they Show and Tell, I can sneak the Caracas in to bounce whatever the hell they draw back to their hand. Doing some more. I decide that the Gerard's Verdict is actually pretty decent because I want to try to strip their hand. Get them down on resources as much as possible. Get them with Samwise, pass the turn. Just holding on to this Caracas so that they don't know to play around it. Loving the fact that they're mana screwed. I have plenty of lands. There's no need to troll cycle at this point. I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Let's go ahead and cast the Gerard's Verdict. Get some shit out of their hand, see what they're working with, try to whittle them down, because they still do have counter magic. They still need X number of resources to be able to do anything. So I figure let's get them down as much as possible. I do see Sneak Attack, which is really the only thing I'm super scared of at this point, because Caracas can only work once per turn. Sneak Attack is a way to get around Caracas. So go for some more. I see another Caracas, but it's like, I've already got one. I don't need it. It kind of tips them off, like, why the hell would they not keep a Caracas? So it does kind of tip them off that I probably have one at this point, but I end up deciding to get in, attack with them, start going, keep going here. I believe they just grab basics. They decide that they want to Show and Tell here. They pop it off. This is kind of what I was waiting for, was for them to Show and Tell here so that I could put Caracas into play and bounce whatever they put into play back. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, please be an Emrakul. Please be an Emrakul. It's an Atraxa. They hit the Atraxa. I instantly bounce it back to their hand. I was kind of iffy on the timing of that, but I decided that it was worth it. So I bounce it back to their hand before they get to do their draw, just so that it adds more things to their hand and maybe makes it a little bit harder to figure out what they want to do. They end up selecting their cards, plays the City of Traders. At this point, I'm like, okay, so they have a Sneak Attack. I now need to either try to keep them off of Sneak Attack mana or figure out what I'm going to do to be able to keep them off of double red. Ephemera ends up being pretty decent here. I play my Wasteland. My whole plan here was Wasteland, hit their City of Traders, and then Ephemerate the Samwise to get the Wasteland back to take out a non-basic that they grab here. But I'm an idiot, and as you'll see here once we go live, I completely skip through that. I believe this is where we pick up live again. So I will turn you over to me being live as I realize I completely forgot to hit the fucking record button and continue out the match from here. So I will catch you all live. Thank you. Okay, we are joining this partially way through the fucking match because I fucked up and forgot to hit the play or the record button. At this point, we have been able to successfully keep them off of actually really doing anything. They did resolve a show and tell to put Atraxa in, and we played Caracas to bounce it back to their hand, and have since been kind of just keeping them off of anything relevant. I can't believe that I forgot to hit the fucking button. I am doing this because I fucked up. I was supposed to ephemerate it last turn for a wasteland. Hopefully by the okay, so they actually have kept some amount of creatures. Okay. I mean, that's mostly fine. Like, we can also go ahead and just fucking troll a Khazad-dûm here. And we can still just hold up Caracas. Like, we know 3 of the 4 cards in their hand. They have 1 unknown. I am still mildly annoyed with myself for that fuck up. I can't believe that I fucking did that. I was supposed to ephemerate it, not Caracas it back and then fucking play it. The nice part is Troll has Super Trample. Show and Tell. Is this Omniscience? Like, that's the problem, is if this is Omniscience. Okay, it's just Atraxa again. Which, this shouldn't matter. Yeah, we'll just let this resolve. Nothing they hit matters. I can bounce Atraxa back and kill them, so I'm not going to pay for the punt. But because they can play a land, and they can, like, Lotus Petal and Brainstorm, if that's what they pick. So we know that's out of hand. They started showing it Sneak Attack. So Sneak Attack, Volcanic are in their hand, and this is what they're looking at now. And I don't think there's any combination of cards that gets them out of this now. Chose Misty, Show and Tell, Petal, Atraxa, Force of Will. Show and Tell, Lotus Petal, Volcanic's gone. They are pondering. They chose a Misty. There were multiple Show and Tells. They chose an Atraxa. This is really annoying. Like, I don't know. Small gripe. I really don't like the way that this shit works. Like, I like that it shows you what they picked, but I wish there was an easier way to go through it. Alright, and they scooped it up anyways. Our punt didn't matter. I'm more tilted about forgetting to hit fucking record. I will do a little recap and, like, replay this video. Alright, against what our opponent's doing, let's bring in Lauren. Bring in Mindbreak Trap, actually. What do we not need? Pest Control seems pretty bad here. Jite seems pretty bad here. Lion Sash seems pretty irrelevant. Let's try something like that. Alright, reveal Yorion. I got a Caracas and a Solitude and shit to pitch to it. We're gonna keep this. Starting on the Volcanic into a Ponder, that's fine. I could be hyper aggressive and try to wasteland this, but I think I want to get Stoneforge down and get a clock in as quickly as possible. So we're gonna see. Opponent did shuffle. We'll play a Marsh Flats, pass the turn. The nice part is Solitude gets around the protection on Emrakul. Is this going to be a sneak attack is the question. It seems like it. If this is just sneak attack into Emrakul, I think we're good. If it's sneak attack into Atraxa, we have problems. Please just be Emrakul? It's Atraxa, okay. Before well, actually, we can take an Atraxa hit. That's actually kind of fine. Into another Atraxa, another Volcanic. We'll see what they take here. They might take the basic. Like, we can take a hit from an Atraxa, that's fine. Alright, they chose Atraxa, Volcanic, Brainstorm, and Show and Tell. So Ancient Tomb's gone, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. And one of the Brainstorms is gone? So it's those ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm missing something. They did not take the island. Alright, so they took those 4. Okay. That's mostly fine. I am going to go ahead and grab a whatchamacallit here. Shadowy Backstreet. Some discard would be nice. We do not need Averted Catacombs. That's fine. Unfortunately, this Atraxa is going to be another... Okay. We have another answer to Atraxa. That's fine. Like, we have multiple removal spells here now. Okay, plays a Volcanic. Sneaks in, what, another Atraxa? Yes. Before they can do anything else, let's Swords it. This gets around Daze. It doesn't get around Force of Will. Okay, they're going to do something. Okay, they're going to spell pierce it. That's actually mostly fine. Because again, we can take another Atraxa hit. And they hit no creatures off of this. Okay. So I think we can go ahead and still take another hit from this. Alright, chooses Sneak Attack, Scalding Tarn, Brainstorm, and Ponder. No show and tell. They took that. Volcanic, Ponder. Or whoops, I hit the wrong thing. One of the Scalding Tarns. Took those, did not take Veil. Sneak Attack, Scalding Tarn, Brainstorm. There's a Ponder in here as well. Alright, so this is a little awkward. We are at 5, they're at 32, but they got a bunch of cantrips and not a whole lot else going on right now. But they do have multiple red sources available to them. And they chucked City of Traders. Alright, again, I'd love some discard here. Alright, fuck it. We gotta get a clock on the battlefield now. They shouldn't... Okay, they don't have any more counter spells. We have the Caracas on the battlefield now. So they know about it, so they can play around it, kind of. But we also have the Solitude they don't know about. We can also get rid of 2 of their red sources, or we can get rid of a red source and 1 of the sneak attacks. Alright, they're casting a Brainstorm. They're looking for a fatty to put into play. Alright, they're activating Sneak Attack to put what in? Ugh, another fucking Atraxa. I will wait until they attack with it. Okay, we have the answer for Emrakul. I don't see any more counters. Like, oh, this is fucking brutal. Like, we've just been on the back foot this whole fucking game. Chooses Tarn. There's just so many fucking cards here now. Alright, they're playing Petal. Emrakul, Tarn. Preordain. Which means these are gone. I don't even fucking know anymore. Actually, no, they kept the... whatchamacallit. Alright, they are going to sneak in the Emrakul. Alright, they are moving to begin combat. This is where we flash in the Solitude to get rid of the Emrakul. Oh, they had a Forcible? Okay, we're just dead. Damn, that was... holy shit. They had a hell of a hand there. We were just on the back foot that whole fucking game, unfortunately. So, let's see here. Do I want to change anything? I don't think so. I think I just run it back. Alright, give us the classic Scam Star here, deck. Come on. This is kind of it, but not really. We're gonna keep, because Orcish Bowmasters is really good against what our opponent's trying to do. Like, it shuts off a lot of their cantrips. Alright, just play out the Scrubland for now. We have Solitude to kill a fast Atraxa or Emrakul or something. Luckily, okay, Reanimate's nice. I like that. So we can flash in Bowmasters if they counter it. We just reanimate it. Like, I don't know. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were saying how Orcish Bowmasters needs to go, and, like, it's too strong. And, I mean, it's strong, but I don't think it's too strong. Like, it doesn't stop your opponent from drawing cards is the problem. Like, if it stopped your opponent from drawing cards at all, that would be fucking great. Let's just show in Solitude. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of your Atraxa. It feels a little awkward doing that since this now... But we can also Wasteland them off of their Ancient Tomb. I think the Ancient Tomb is more important here, and they did hit a Force of Will. So we might go ahead and... Well, I don't know. Yeah, let's try to flash in Orcish Bowmasters and see what they do. We'll see what they keep here. But no, they're saying, like, Orcish Bowmasters is too strong. It punishes cantrip decks too much. Like, it does, but it doesn't stop the card draw. Like, you can draw to find your answer to Orcish Bowmasters. Like, if you're going to be doing card draw hate, alright, it needs to, like, prevent them from drawing. Alright, so Lotus Petal's gone. They picked Atraxa, Volcanic, Lotus Petal, Show and Tell. Brainstorm's gone. Volcanic's still there. They kept one of the Show and Tells. They did not take the Trop. They did not take the Spell Pierce. And they did not take the City of Traders. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, let's see if they're willing to... Whoops. Nope. Wrong thing. Want to do this on end step. I don't know what that was about. Flash this in. See if they value this enough to pitch Force of Will to it. It would prevent them from discarding. But we're also going to try to Wasteland them off of everything here, I think. Depending on what we draw. Alright, Force of Will pitching Brainstorm. So that gets the Force out of the way, which means the Ephemerate should be good. Hopefully. Alright, well, let's... I think we are going to go ahead and just... do we want to Wasteland them off everything? They have another Show and Tell. So we can show that in. Yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and try to Wasteland them off everything. Hold up Ephemerate. So if the... Oh, shit. I meant to attack. I'm telling you, this fucking league has been fucking frying my brain. Like, these are some of the longest matches I've had in a while. Alright, there's a Ponder. Like, these are legit some of the longest fucking matches I've had in a while, and my brain is just fucking toast. The Mindbreak Trap, like, I know I didn't explain it in sideboarding very well. But my thought is if they go for a Omniscience line, I can exile the Emrakul when it's on the stack. Okay, I like that. We can play Karakas. Let's see if they have any counterspells for this. No, okay. Alright, they should be 3 less life. Let's see if that 3 life matters. And I've got the Karakas to be able to bounce shit. I've got Ephemerate to be able to bounce the Solitude. Their cantrips are now getting punished. Alright, they're show and telling in something. Okay. Archon of Cruelty. Okay, that's fine. Because we can go ahead and chuck Mindbreak Trap and this. They're going to draw a card. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to wait until I have the ability to pay for a daze up. We're going to go ahead and just see if this resolves. If it doesn't, we're probably fucked. Because this can get rid of Archon if it resolves. And they scoop it up. Alright, we got there. Holy shit. Alright, final round. Lost the die roll. My brain is fucking fried right now. So this is interesting. I think it's a little slow, though, is the problem. Like, I don't have untapped mana on turn 1. I can't scam anything. I think we're going to go ahead and ship this one. This allows me to scam if needed. I think we're going to put back the... Actually, let's put back the Gerard's Verdict for now. Not knowing what our opponent's on, this allows us to be able to Solitude scam. Scalding Tar could be anything, but I'm leaning toward Delver. Basic, Ponder. Okay, yeah, this is kind of Screaming Delver at this point. Which Solitude may or may not be decent against. If it's Delver, Pest Control is very good against it. Opponent chose not to shuffle. Alright, let's see what we draw. We draw a Wasteland. I think we're just going to play the Polluted Delta, try to get some surveilling on, grab a Shadowy Backstreet. Our opponent could also be on, like, High Tide Storm. They could be on that Thought Lash deck. Oh, is this, like, Burn? This Burn? Is this Prowess? What is this? I think... Like, I want to do this before they can Brainstorm, but I also don't want to get got by a daze, so I think I'm going to let the Brainstorm resolve and hope that they don't hit, like, Force of Will. So this is interesting. Pest Control is very good against what our opponent's trying to do here, so I might... It feels weird Pest Controlling just to do one, but we might do that depending on what we hit. Like, I also wouldn't mind just hitting a Grief, stripping their hand. Alright, let's see. See what we see off of the Shadowy Backstreet. Another land. Yeah, I think we can keep a land, yeah. So if this is the deck that I think it is, let's play the Flooded Strand. This way we can go get a basic if we need to, just in case they play Blood Moon. And then we can now Solitude, pitch Timeless Dragon or Pest Control Ephemerate, be able to play around a daze. Alright, opponent's going to Ponder. I'm going to let them kind of do their thing here, see how much we can get, because there's also a world where, like, we try to Solitude, they counter this, we Pest Control next turn and to wipe up the board. Alright, another Monastery Swift Spear, I like that. Because if this works... Alright, we are going to go ahead and pitch the Timeless Dragon. We have enough lands. We can pay for a daze. Force of Negation doesn't work here. Force of Will does, which they have, but it's going to get 2 cards out of their hand, so we should be able to mop up the board with a Pest Control next turn. We are going to take a ton of damage here. Okay, so they do have dazes. So we basically just need them to not have another Force blue card here. We are going to take our Schwack, though. And did they shuffle off of that Ponder? Chose not to shuffle. Okay. So we're hoping that this Pest Control can do some shit here. Get the Shadowy Backstreet. I don't think we need another land. Put that into our graveyard. Thoughtseize wouldn't be bad. Okay, another Solitude. I like that. Alright, cast this. Because they need another Force blue card to stop this. And this wipes their board up. Do they have an answer? Or is this just a brainstorm to try to find an answer? Flusterstorm? What the fuck? Okay. I mean, we're going to take another turn of Schwacks. Like, Flusterstorm main is insane. Okay. I mean, they are... Unless they have a way to kill us next turn, we can do... Well, we need a white card to pitch to Solitude, I guess. But they did like whatever they kept on top, so I guess we'll see. Alright, land. 1 card. Alright, what do they have is the question. Reanimate. I can reanimate Solitude. That actually seems decent here. It will do quite a bit of damage to us. And then I can ephemerate it to get rid of the other one. Alright. Let's see what their 1 card left is. See if they're able to kill us. Oh man, this one's a nail biter. We are super low on life. I'm assuming this deck has lightning bolts and shit. 2 mana for something. Slick Shot Show Off. Okay. Alright. We will see what they try to do here. We won't block. They're not going for lethal yet. We're going to go ahead and ephemerate this now. Clean up the board. Hope we draw another land. Alright, they're doing something. This is a brainstorm to find an answer. Do they have a bolt? I can pay for a fluster. Okay, daze is fine. I can pay for that. I guess they're doing this just for the sake of gaining life. Yeah, I'm guessing they're doing this just for the sake of gaining life. Pay for the daze. Kill the Slick Shot. I will clean up the Monastery Swift Spear as well. Unless we draw a land. If we draw a land... Unfortunately, this isn't our upkeep. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this just for the sake of being able to get rid of this Monastery Swift Spear. Just clear the board entirely. They're empty-handed. A land allows us to play our own. Alright, so we basically just got to dodge burn spells. Opponent's brainstorming, okay. So they do have a lot of cantrips to try to find a way out of this. But if we start gaining life, I feel a lot better. We also will be able to have another land at some point. I could go after their land, but I don't think that's a smart move. Like, they can operate on such low resources that I don't think it matters. Okay, so this is a Niv Magus. Okay, so I should have an answer for that. Like, as long as I draw a land. I mean, that's not a land, but we're going to go ahead and grab a Shadowy Backstreet. Get some more selection going on. See what we're going to draw. Pest Control. I like Pest Control. We are not going to die to this. I forget exactly how Niv Magus Elemental works, but I don't think we're going to be able to die to it off of a single card. I'd be very surprised if they have a way to 7 us from a single card. Alright. Depending on what they do here, we're going to ponder. They're still looking for stuff. I'm not sure what they're looking for, but depending on what they do, we can either Solitude next turn, or we can play that Pest Control. Then after we do all of this, we'll be able to Eternalize Timeless Dragon as well, if we need to. It's taking a while to decide their ponder decisions here. Sitting here pondering their life choices, if you will. Alright, another Niv Magus Elemental. That's totally fine, because we can just wipe the board up now. Yeah, that's totally fine, because they don't even have any counter magic, so this is totally fine with me. Before they get a chance to do anything, We are just going to go ahead and pest control right now, get it the fuck out of the way, completely wipe them out. They're 100% in top deck mode now. We have another Solitude. Alright, let's see. See what they can do. Again, they have a bunch of cantrips, so they can find stuff, but none of their cantrips actually put them up cards. There's a part of me that wants to Thoughtseize them here. Well, since I drew another land, let's get in. And then we will Thoughtseize them. Just to keep them empty-handed. Okay, we can take Gutshot, that's fine. Just keep them empty-handed. Essentially, we had them deal 2 damage to us versus 1. And I've got another Solitude to be able to flash in to take care of a creature. Alright, opponent's still not doing anything. I could flash in my Solitude to double my clock, but I don't think that's worth it. I'd rather be able to take out a creature. Okay, I like Stoneforge Mystic. I think... I'm not sure how the hell they'd be able to 12 us. Okay, they're just gonna double Lava Dart. That's fine. That means we don't need to hold this Solitude up. Let's do this. We don't need to hold Solitude up now. Because they're... Again, I don't think there's any sequence of cards that gets them there from 1. Like, none of their cantrips put them up cards. So I don't think there's any sequence of cards that get them there from 1 card in hand. And they scoop it up. Alright, against what they're doing? I, like, don't even know what to do here, to be totally honest. Like... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess Voidwalker can shut down... I'm assuming they have become immense. It shuts down Lava Dart. Other than that, I really don't know. Like, everything in our deck seems pretty good here. I mean, Vindicates, I guess, are a little slow. So maybe take the Vindicates out? Try something like that? Alright. Give us the Scam Start. That is the Scam Start. We're gonna keep this. See if we can just rip their hand. See how crazy they can go on turn 1, and then see if we can strip their hand on our turn 1. See if quadruple 5-tuple? Yeah, 5-tuple Thoughtseize fucking can kill our opponent. Opponent is mulliganing, so this is going to be brutal. I would like some lands, I will admit that. Alright, Niv Magus Elemental, okay. I could also just say fuck it and try to, like, Swords to Plowshares this, depending on what's in their hand. And a Solitude, okay. What about Scrubland? A Force of Will does stop this, but, like, you don't fucking Force of Will this. Ponder, Slick Shot, Slick Shot. What do I care more about? I think... Let's take the Ponder. I have a Solitude to take care of the other Slick Shot if I need to. And if all they do is play a Slick Shot show off, that's totally fine. I would rather them not have card draw. Like, them having selection is scarier than them having anything else. Are they just going to go ahead and play the show off? It looks like yes. Yes. Alright, just playing the show off, that's fine. Really? Seems interesting, but okay. What is your one unknown opponent? Is it a gut shot? Like, okay, it's a mutagenic growth targeting Niv Magus Elemental. They're exiling it to put 2 cards on Niv Magus. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and get rid of the Niv Magus. I probably should have done this differently now that I think about it. I'm giving them more life than I needed to. The nice part is they are going to be in top deck mode again. And basically, I just want lands at this point. No point in flickering this. Like, just lands would be great here. Thoughtseize is irrelevant. Just hit it now. And then I guess we just see who top decks better here. Luckily, they don't need a ton of mana to operate off of. So whatever they got in hand, I can go ahead and Thoughtseize it. Yeah, we're just gonna keep them off of anything relevant, I guess. Like, I don't know what they could have. Unless this is like a daze or something. Price of Progress, okay. Alright. We're just hitting ourselves a smidgen here. But they're still in top deck mode. Like I said, I'd love some lands. Okay, they just hit a land. That's fine. Like I said, some lands to be able to like pay for a daze or something. Okay, there we go. That's totally fine. I think we're gonna go ahead and ephemerate the grief in their draw step to try to take whatever they draw. Alright, in their draw step, let's ephemerate grief. Alright, it resolved. Alright. Take the daze. Yep, that's fine. Alright, let's get some selection going on. Let's go grab a shadowy backstreet. Try to keep our selection up. We do not need Cauldron right now. That is forever away. We are not going to rebound. I don't mind Wasteland. Like I said, just hitting lands is fine. Alright, let's hit them. We're going to put Yorion into hand. Unfortunately, Price of Progress is not something I had on my radar, and that is quite a bit of damage. Alright, plays a Swift Spear. That's fine-ish. That does represent a lot of damage, depending on what they can do. But we can also hold up Grief on D if we need to. I have so many ways to kill it, we just need to hit them. Okay, I don't mind Samwise. That's totally fine. Let's get in. Sam can be a blocker if we need him to be one. Otherwise, he's just lethal next turn. Into another Swift Spear. Okay, yeah. So I'm assuming this means they're just going to hold them back on D? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to flash in Samwise. Have two creatures they have to deal with? No target. Okay. Let's make our Grief legendary. Just in case we need to do any kind of funky shenanigans here. And our opponent scooped it up. Okay. I guess I had enough of it. We got the positive record. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Well, that was a hell of a league. It was extremely mentally taxing, considering this is not the style of deck I am used to playing at all. Being a combo player, trying to find the value lines takes a lot more brain power for me, and you could see there were some small things I clicked through, I missed, especially that line with the Samwise during the sneak and show match. It didn't end up mattering because they were gonna win the match anyways, but like that's a super easy to see line that I just clicked through by accident. I even called it out and then clicked through it anyways. But that's kind of the mental taxation that this style of deck plays on me. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think there were any matches where I felt like I just had no shot in hell. Like, everything felt like I was in it. Everything felt like I had a chance to do things. Even after that rough start of going 0-2 and then winning out the rest of the league from there, like, even those losses, those first two matches, like, I didn't feel like I had absolutely nothing I could do there. I felt like I was in those games. But it is definitely not my style of deck, but it was fun to play, even though I am mentally exhausted after that league. I can definitely see why skilled pilots and people that are used to this style of deck can do very well with this deck, and I definitely think that with Turbo Muxus not being in the format anymore, these longer game plan, grindier, mid-range style decks have a shot to thrive now because they're not just trying to compete with a turn 2 Muxus anymore, or even a turn 1 Muxus. So I think getting rid of Turbo Goblins and banning Namesaker Goblin has definitely slowed the format down. I don't think this deck would have been able to hang if that was still the format of all these hyper-fast aggro decks like that. We also did get to see that really cool, like, Prowess deck at the end. I literally just saw that deck list earlier today, and I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. I haven't seen this before, and then to run into it in our final round was super cool to actually see that, and then that's exactly the type of deck that this deck preys on, to be able to strip their hand down to nothing and then all of their creatures just die to everything that we do. So that was like the ideal matchup to be paired up against with this particular style of deck. But I mean, it was fun to play. Like I said, I am so mentally exhausted right now. I need to go grab a beer or something and just like decompress after that league, because holy shit, my brain is fried. But I hope you all had fun. I hope you had fun yelling at me during the whole thing when I was forgetting whether or not I had Yorion or other things that I missed, because this is just not my style of play. But thank you for coming by. I hope you all had fun. I will catch you all in the next one. And as always, stay salty. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like and sub button below. They are free ways to support the channel. And drop a comment, let me know what you like. Any kind of feedback you got, your opinions on my gameplay, the decks that I play, any of that kind of stuff. If you really like what you see, go ahead and drop by the Patreon. Become a patron, get to read some of my tournament reports and some stuff going on outside of just Magic in my life that I'm going to start putting over there as kind of my own personal blog. Also, you can do donation deck lists over there, just the price of a league if you have a specific deck you want to see, or you have an idea you want me to brew around, something like that, go ahead and do that. Nothing is required. It's always appreciated, though. Any donations go directly back into the channel, covering stuff such as leagues for donation decks or the rental program that I'm a part of. I am a small-time YouTuber. I'm doing this for fun. I really hope you all like what you saw. I truly appreciate you all stopping by. I will catch you all in the next video, and as always, stay salty.